Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Attleboro YMCA Scholastic Support Center. We're really pleased today to have some guests, some friends, some fellow legislators here with us to really recognize and honor Representative Betty Poirier for all the work that she has done on behalf of her constituents, and certainly as a YMCA of Attleboro board member, all the work that she has done on behalf of our YMCA and the community. So with no further ado, we're going to begin the recognition opportunity, and I'd like to introduce Paul Schleicher. Paul is the former fire chief in Norton and currently the board chair of the Attleboro YMCA. Paul?
Thank you, Robin. Betty,
Yes.
over the past 21 years, Representative Betty Poirier has served constituents in North Attleboro, Mansfield, and Norton. Betty has served as an Attleboro YMCA board member since 2012. As we all know, Betty is a dedicated public servant and volunteer. As a YMCA board of director, Betty has been responsible for been part of the Social Responsibility Alliance, a collaborative working to address critical social issues such as transportation. This past March, Betty was instrumental in the Greater Attleboro Stronger Together campaign, raising over $500,000 in a few short weeks for area residents with critical needs and for the nonprofits serving those needs. Betty has always been a YMCA advocate, supporter, and champion on the Hill. We'd like to present Betty with a proclamation in recognition of her 21 years of outstanding service.
Harry, age 4, describes a community helper as someone who is happy and smiles. Amelia, age 6, describes a community helper as someone who helps an older person. Anaya, which is me, age 9, describes a community helper as someone who is kind and passionate about helping others. This one. Describe a community.
Describe a community
Helper as someone
helper as someone
who helps
who helps
and leads
and leads
people in the right direction.
people in the right direction.
Elliot describes a community helper
Elliot describes a community helper
as someone who helps and leads.
as someone who helps and leads.
Wait, hold
And
on.
brings the community together.
Who brings a community together.
Who brings a community together.
Oh, yeah, that's your line.
Huh?
Oh, is there more?
Is there any other lines? Paul, you want to take it?
Yep, so, did you want to read some?
Oh no.
Okay. The wise fourth graders describe a community helper as someone who includes everyone no matter who they are, and whereas Norm, age 12, describes a community helper as someone who respects others even when they don't respect you, and whereas Representative Elizabeth Pourier embodies all of the qualities of a community leader. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the children and adults of the Attleboro YMCA, hereby proclaim October 28th, 2020 to be Elizabeth Poirier Community Helper Day, and urge all citizens to take cognizance of this event and participate fittingly in its observance by demonstrating the YMCA's core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Given at the Attleboro YMCA Scholastic Support Center, this the 28th day of October in the year of 2020. And that was signed by the children themselves.
All the children.
That's great.
Thank you all so much. You did a wonderful job.
Nice job. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to ask some of the constituents here, the politicians, to come on up and say a few words.
Hi, my name's Jay Barrows, and I represent Mansfield, Norton, and Foxborough, and Betty and I share Mansfield together. And she is indeed a community helper, lady that has a heart bigger than the world, caring for whether it's the seniors, whether it's the kids, her communities of both North Attleboro and Mansfield. Been just a wonderful mentor to me. and a great leader, and a woman that is greatly respected on Beacon Hill. There isn't a day that goes by that she doesn't pick up the phone and call somebody that might be in need, or the phone doesn't ring from somebody that's in need, and she takes the call. There is no litmus test. She's been an innovator. I know a couple of years ago we had kids that were living in temporary housing in Attleboro, and Betty recognized the need to provide them with some structure, and working with Robin and the Y, was able to organize transportation to get them to and from, and it made a huge difference in those kids' lives. And that's something that will always resonate with me, because you just went right at it, and there wasn't anybody that was going to say no to you. The work that you do for your communities is unmatched by any of the other legislators on the Hill. You're just amazing. A true leader. You get up every day with the same passion. The energy, I don't know where it comes from. I think there's batteries in the back of that somewhere. But truly, you've been a blessing, and you've left quite a mark. And I know many are going to try to fill your shoes. I don't think it'll be easy. But I wish you an absolutely happy retirement. And keep up the good work.
So sweet.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jim Hawkins. I'm the state rep in Attleboro. I think I knew Betty before I ran for office. I've been in office now 3 years. I knew her from working with the teachers, and I knew before I went that we would get along just fine. But since I've been there, it's amazing how party lines don't seem to mean anything to either one of us. She's been such an ally. To do things in the legislature on Beacon Hill is like a chess game, and she has given me so many words of wisdom, suggestions, ideas, coaching, advice that's been so helpful to me there. And Attleboro is a unique community. It's a gateway city with a lot of needs. And Betty and I have worked. I share Attleboro with her. She has part of Attleboro. Has worked side by side with me. And I think the most remarkable thing is that for all that she brings to the table, she never takes credit for it. Senator Feeney and Rep. Barrows and I know what she does, but a lot of people have no idea how much she does, because she lets us take credit for something that she did. She's been an amazing partner in what we do up at the State House and what we do in Attleboro. And I'm going to miss her badly, but I want to wish her the best in with her family and so forth going forth. So, thank you for.
You gotta give me a hug.
Yeah.
And Senator Feeney?
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Robin, and good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Feeney, and I'm blessed to be the state senator from here in the Bristol and Norfolk District, and representing Attleboro and Mansfield along with my colleague and friend, Representative Pourier. What a fitting place to be here to show tribute to an amazing public servant, in a place at a time when we're showing gratitude, in a season of gratitude. When we look at the mission of the YMCA and everything that's done in this building to empower especially young people throughout Attleboro, we look to our leaders. We look to people like Representative Poirier, who I am grateful to know and to have served with. You know, Rep. Pourier embodies the mission of what we all try and do in public service, and certainly what we do here at the YMCA, in empowering people, in making sure that they know if they have a need, that there's somebody they can turn to. If they need a place to go, there's somewhere where they can go. If they need a helping hand, that there's somebody who will offer them that help. Representative Poirier is a living example of that, somebody who has shown in her public service that, as Representative Hawkins said, it's not about party, there is no barriers, there are no barriers, there is no litmus test. If you need help, if you're somebody that needs assistance, Representative Poirier is that go-to person. And I think personally, you know, in my service, as I got into the Senate a few years ago, one of the greatest pieces of advice I heard from somebody, from a mentor of mine, was look to the people that are doing the job. Look to the people that have been there. See what they do and emulate that. And certainly when you get into a job like this, you look around and you say, okay, this person I'm not going to follow and do what they do, or maybe not this person. But for Betty Poirier, I looked to her and I sat back and I learned from her. And though she may be leaving the legislature, she's left an indelible mark certainly on myself and Rep. Barrows, who has served for her for so many years, and Representative Hawkins, and really anybody that's had the pleasure to serve with Betty. You know, a piece of what she does, I think, is in all of us because we have learned from her. And one of the things for me that I take from Betty's service is her amazing empathy, her ability to just connect with people. It's a cliche in politics. You'll always hear elected officials talk about, well, they care deeply about people. And that's true, but Betty takes it a step further. Betty has always cared deeply about each person. Certainly the people collectively, but about each person. And I've seen it. You can not only hear it in her words, but you see it in her eyes when she connects with people. And Betty, it really, and I know it's part of your DNA and it's in you and it's how you serve, but it's who you are as a person. Coming over here this morning, I thought of a quote that I always, seem to find a way to think about and to, sometimes talk about. And it's the words of Maya Angelou, who famously said that people won't always remember what you said, they won't always remember what you did, but they'll always, always, always remember how you made them feel. Representative Pourier, you have made people feel good. Everybody that has crossed your path, everybody that you have helped, every legislator that you have mentored, and every person that you have represented, you have made feel good. That is your legacy, and we only hope to be half the legislator that you were over the years. Congratulations. Good luck on your retirement. I know you're going to be involved in many, many things going forward. So we'll miss you, pal.
Very kind.
Okay, so Representative Pourier.
My turn.
Your turn.
Well, if I can keep from crying for a few minutes. What strikes me here this morning is, first of all, thank you for doing this, Robin, from the Y. The Y's mission is to always be there when no one else is there. And we've witnessed it this morning with all of these children here doing their remote learning. And they're at the Y, and they're safe, and they're being watched out for, being fed, etc. And we all need to follow that mission. My colleagues here today are just dedicated, wonderful people, and I am the one who is fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with them, some longer than others. But, I think people think of us as being very partisan, but in fact, that's not true, because we seek out the people who feel as we do and want to give back and want to help. And I have shared that with Representative Hawkins and Senator Feeney in representing the areas that we share, that all we want to do collectively is take care of the individuals who are there. And we do it as a team, and it doesn't have anything to do with Republican or Democrat. And in spite of the times that we're going through that seem very partisan, we are all just people. And we all live in Massachusetts. And we want our state to succeed. We want our people to be fed and cared for. And we want them to succeed. And particularly during this time of COVID, we have all had multiple calls from people pleading for help, whether it's housing or it's unemployment help or whatever it is. Everyone strives to do their very best to get people the help that they need. And we're in a position to be able to do that. And I welcome the calls because I don't want anybody to suffer in silence. If someone needs help, they should reach out. And I will help them till the very last day I'm in office. And then I'll turn it over to somebody else. And quite frankly, I've been doing it so long, it feels like it's part of my DNA. It's just what I do. So I don't know how I'll transition, but I'm sure I'll find something. It's been a privilege. It's been an honor. I can't think of anything I'd rather do than help those people that we all represent and the people that the YMCA serves, and all of you who dedicate yourselves to doing the very same thing, just in a different place. We get to go to that beautiful, great big building that was built many years ago that we haven't been to for a long time. But every person who does for another is doing a wonderful mission. So I hope everyone keeps up the legacy and the work. And I'm going to find another venue in which to do it, but I'm sure I'll continue to do what I do. And I do so appreciate this today. Thank you so much, really. Thank you.
So as many of you got to hear, the proclamation was a unique YMCA proclamation made by all the children here, talking about a community helper. We have a small token of appreciation for Betty, and she's not wearing her State House pin today. And when she's no longer in the State House, we have a new pin for her to wear. It's the YMCA triangle, spirit, mind, and body, because as you know, in Betty's work and advocacy for the Y, she certainly has lifted the spirits of many. She's certainly challenged the minds of many. And she's helped support all of the residents of the area have a healthy lifestyle. So, Betty, on behalf of the Y, thank you.
Thank you.
You're the best.